There was a quality issue which directly caused a project to overrun by 9 months with a directly attributable cost of €4 million. Now, as a project manager, nobody wants to be associated with 9 months late, 4 million over budget. But what was worse is that because that project overran, the product was 18 months late getting to the market, and internally the finance function said that actually contributed to a €42 million loss of profit. So significant loss associated with poor quality. Now, the thing with projects in this space is they tend to be what's called waterfall or cascade projects. So one activity leads to the next, leads to the next, leads to a milestone, leads to the next milestone, leads to the project being delivered. So the benefits of your project are typically only seen as the project transfers really into run management. But in parallel, and unfortunately also, poor quality is often only seen towards the end of your project. So let me highlight that to you in a simple image, which I hope resonates. It's close, but no cigar. And the cost is significant. So, Biopharmawatch want to introduce, or believe that lean should be introduced more into project management, into the execution of the project, and into the execution of project management software. So, as most of you in the room will know, one of the central tenets of lean is the elimination of waste. Be that in terms of driving quality to reduce defect, to reduce waste. And given that perspective, then the challenge is how do we really introduce lean into the traditional project management approach? As the project management software as it currently stands, so the likes of say Microsoft Project or Oracle's Primavera, they are packages which, as I said a little earlier, it doesn't really reflect the quality of execution, but these things aren't going to go away. So the challenge then is how do you bring quality into that software, or how do you reflect the project quality during project execution? And one of the ways that I want to try that we believe we should do it is through visual management. Again, one of the cornerstones of lean. And visual management is literally the embodiment of seeing is believing. So if we take the example here of two things, as a project manager, maybe you're hoping for a standard of execution which might be reflected by the nice, clean, shiny thing, but during the project what you're really getting is a standard of execution to the thing on the left. So by introducing visual management, as a project manager, bearing in mind the project manager is often in a different site from where the project is being executed, for peace of mind, if you can see the standard of execution through the project, that will drive either a level of comfort or set alarm bells that means that you need to engage now to prevent further loss of quality or time slippage or cost later on. So what we're advocating is blending visual management into traditional project management to create this new class of information being called physical verification. Now, one of the aspects of visual management is, actually one of the cornerstones is you can see, but there's an aspect to it which is things that you can't see, or things that the naked eye can't perceive and process. So, for example, say a big physical space like the one we're in now, we can use geospatial mapping to look at where things actually are. So in a project, if you think about a system, a blueprint, a building information management system, a BIM, it's what you're trying to execute against. It's your should be or your to be model. By capturing what you're currently doing using geospatial mapping, you capture your as is. And you can overlay the as is on the to be to discover whether you're adhering to your plan or whether there's a deviation from your project plan in execution. And the image here shows just how complex that can be, but it is very, very powerful. So what all of this stuff means is we believe you can minimize your project risk by integrating physical verification into the project execution. one of the key ways on a larger project is through geospatial and BIM analysis. So what that really means is by overlaying, currently what you can do today is you can manually overlay the geospatial image across a BIM and look to see if there are any deviations. We believe that should be automated. Software should be smart enough to interpret if there are deviations and to flag any deviations, to push that notification out to the project manager, to the project management team. The project manager then can make a call on whether or not that deviation is significant and needs to be acted upon, or whether it is something that can be absorbed without any worry. This can also be supported with, as I say, the still image. So for example, the image of the sinks a little earlier on. Also though, through high definition, say the 4K 360-degree images. So if you have, for example, a boiler on part of your production line, you can walk around that boiler, start seeing evidence of quality. Seeing, for example, if you're trying to put a 10 centimeter diameter pipe into a 5 centimeter hole, or vice versa. What's important to note here, though, is this is not product or project validation. It is peace of mind to give you an indicator of whether your quality is where it should be, and to try and identify the triggers that convert risks into issue and to manage those one step ahead. So, finally, having got all your visual evidence, we now need to bundle this into your actual project management software. So as I say, little like Microsoft Project or Oracle Primavera. And we think on a line item level, integrate these images. So for example, if one of your activities is make sure that the facilities are clean, yeah, mark it done, that's fine. Now show me, put up the visual proof. So show me whether I'm seeing the really, really shiny sink or whether I'm seeing the not so clean sink. The other piece of this is the solution is the cadence is driven entirely by the client. So on a multi-year project, for example, you might want to capture these visual images, say on a monthly basis. Maybe in year 2 on a forward-looking basis, year 3 you want to capture it daily or weekly or daily. The cadence is entirely up to you, but the opportunity is there to do that. So, why am I going to bother doing this? What is the benefit of doing all this visual management and lean and increasing quality and bringing it into your project management? And the obvious answers have to be the money. So if there is any deviation, to fix an error today obviously is an awful lot more cost-effective to fix it today than in the future. And the flip side of money obviously is time. So we gave you that example a little earlier on, whether it's the 9-month overlay or 9-month overrun on the project, which had an 18-month impact on the product actually getting to market. And then finally, it's the peace of mind. It's the peace of mind of knowing that you're tracking to quality, you're ahead or behind. That's the peace of mind of knowing that you are managing risk triggers. That is what I wanted to present to you this afternoon. So thank you very much indeed for your time. If there are any questions, I know we're in a little bit of time pressure, but if any questions at all, please come and talk to me afterwards. Thank you very much indeed.